I love you.
I love you too.
Man, I love you. You my everything.
Oh my God. Mother, I love you, Lou.
Yes, I can close the door.
I love you, Lou.
Take your time.
Family members of Tyrone Davis Jr. say the most frustrating part about his death is the unknown. They say they don't believe he jumped out of a moving car. Gainesville police.
One motivational drill, so this is what it is. Hey, you gotta wake up and feel like you that. Listen, man, spin up. You gotta wake up and feel like you that, bitch, because in reality, you really is. You feel what I'm saying? Even if others in perspective, you ain't that. As long as you know it's that, man, fuck these people, bro. Stand on business about you, bro. Be proud of you. One motivation with Joe, that's what it is. More motivation with Joe, so that's what it is. I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking everything personal now. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want me handling you like that, don't handle me like that. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want me to play with you like that, don't play with me like that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's really where I'm finna set them boundaries at. Like a motherfucker, I think you supposed to spare them, but they ain't spared you now.
Granny, Renee, I got love for you. You done lost 2 sons, and it's your last living son that just got his life taken. But she called you. You said you wasn't gonna call us because you wanted to get up there and see what happened once you got there. So you called Charlotte and gave us the first story. The girlfriend told you he fell and bumped his head. That's what you said. So when Charlotte got the call, she calling us in the Davis family to say, we got to take a drive and see what went on with my nephew. Guess what? I wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. Lulu was there. And at the end of the day, nobody knows but God. And it's going to come forward.
How does a man go from whispering, I love you, you're my everything, on a romantic cabin getaway to being left for dead under a bridge, alone on a cold road? How do you explain that? A story where the official explanation crumbles under the weight of a family's grief and a series of details that just don't add up. When the only person who can tell you how a man died is the same person whose story keeps changing. When the official police statement clashes, point by point, with the scene described by the witnesses who found him. This isn't just a tragedy, it's a collision of narratives. And in the middle lies the truth about what really happened to Tyrone Davis Jr. Tyrone, known as T2 or Stepdaddy D.R.O, was a man building a legacy. A truck driver, a motivational speaker, a father of 2 whose kids were his entire world.
Morning motivation with Joe, so this is what it is. Hey, as a community, bro, we got to show up for our people, bro, for real, for real. When we see our friends or people that we fuck with getting distance, bro, we ain't got no business or no right to be taking shit personal. Oh, they acting brand new, they ain't answering the phone. Have you even picked up that phone and called and make sure they in a mental space to even talk? You feel what I'm saying? Have you even reached out to make sure that they okay? You feel what I'm saying? And then be wondering why people don't want to be fucked up or don't get close to people. Because every time they go through something, they go through that shit by themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody calling, checking up on them. Ain't nobody asking them is they straight. Everybody just taking everything personal, making everything about them. You feel what I'm saying? And the cycle continues. As a unit, as a family, as a community, bro. You gotta do better with that shit, dog. Stop letting our people go through shit alone, bro. And then when they motherfucking spaz out and crash out, oh, bro could have came and talked to me. Bro could have did this. Bro could have did that. But when bro wasn't calling, you wasn't checking either. You feel what I'm saying? So what he did, what he know how to do, is go through shit by himself. You feel what I'm saying? Man, let's start showing up for our people, dog. For real, for real. Even if you don't know how, it starts with a call. Call them people, man, and see what they got going on. See if they mental straight. Make sure they good. You feel what I'm saying? More motivation with Joe, so this is what it is. I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking everything personal now. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want me handling you like that, don't handle me like that. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want me to play with you like that, don't play with me like that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's really where I'm finna set them boundaries at. Like a motherfucker, I think you supposed to spare them, but they ain't spared you now time. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that think that you supposed to look out for them when they ain't never looked out for you. Like, nah, this ain't how this shit go. We playing your game. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't finna be the bigger person. I'm tired of being the bigger person. I'm always tired of always, trying to put shit to the side or push what I feel to the side to try to keep the peace. You don't bring me peace, I ain't got no peace for you. You play with me, I'm gonna play with you. You feel me? That's just really where I'm at with it. And when I say I'm taking everything personal, I'm taking shit to the furthest extent. I ain't sparing nobody. Motherfucker ain't sparing me. I ain't sparing nobody. Morning motivation with Joe, so this is what it is. Hey, to the mothers out there that got daughters, man. When you get mad or get aggravated or get upset with that daughter, man, for her just being who she is and, just trying to figure out who she is, Man, don't be wishing bad on that girl. Don't be talking down on that girl. You feel what I'm saying? Because your voice and your opinion matters more than you realize. Tell her, oh, she ain't gonna never be shit, or she just gonna be this and she gonna be that, and ain't nobody gonna want her, bro. She processing that shit, dog. For real, for real. Watch how you talk to her when you under stress. Watch how you talk to her when you under anger. Remember, you once was a little girl that gave your mama problems. You feel what I'm saying? Be mindful and just bring that girl some type of peace, even if she don't understand who she is, why she going through that process of getting to know herself. Be a part of her journey, man. Be a part of that version of her, dog, to where you just guide her and just, be that extra voice to motivate her, dog, to change her ways, man. Cause it was once upon a time you ain't know who you was, bro. You were trying to figure it out. Be patient with your daughter, man. More than motivation with Joe, that's what it is.
His social media showed a life of hard work and love, particularly for his girlfriend of several years, a woman known online as Lulu. Their romantic cabin getaway in late December 2024 was meant to be a highlight.
I did it with sticky notes. You had to stop. You like, I know that's not what I see.
I saw it, I caught something. You doing something earlier.
You like,
it really comes to life.
intimate. I love her creative.
In my truck.
For real. It's super creative. Super creative.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, she's not coming yet. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. I was stabbing by a wifey who she put her shit over. She like, what's going on? She like, I like that. I like that. Thank you. Merry Christmas, baby. We're gonna make this one here intentional. So, love you, baby. Shit ain't like me no more. It ain't like me no more. It don't like me no more. Out the way, but round the way with B. You know what I'm saying? Alright, say, do it softly. I love you.
I love you too.
Man, I love you. You my everything.
Oh my God. Lord, I love you, Lou.
Yes, I can close the door.
I love you, Lou.
Take your time. Man, I love you. You my everything.
I love you so much. Here, give me a kiss.
I love you too.
This is so perfect.
It gets better. I ain't gonna lie, you shit, baby.
Don't hide it.
Bitch, shit, who hide what?
No, I'm saying you was standing in front of it. That's all I'm telling you.
You did your thing, I ain't lying.
Thank you, baby.
I got you, I got a gift, I got nature. What more can I ask for?
Right.
Me and Lou, this is what we do. We gonna gift for gift.
Exactly. This is crazy, though.
I love you, girl.
This is crazy.
I love you. Babe, I love you.
You my everything.
And we gonna roll the dice today. Look at us. We gonna roll the dice today.
Let's do it.
I ain't open it up.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
We get in the city. And I want that titty.
So freaking manly.
Need groceries.
And then I'm far away. Okay.
Me and Lou, this is what we do. We gonna gift for gift.
Exactly. This is crazy, though.
I love you, girl.
This is crazy.
I love you. Babe, I love you.
You my everything.
And we gonna roll the dice today. Look at us. We gonna roll the dice today.
Let's do it.
I ain't open it up.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
We get in the city. And I want that titty.
So freaking manly.
Need groceries.
And then I'm far away. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. Number 3, NO3. So it's back on you. I just come up with stuff and it just hit me and I do it. Hey, lie. Yes. I love girly mama. I'm expressing it everywhere I can.
Amen.
Forever and ever and ever.
He really got I love you on our cabin.
It's about you. Merry Christmas. What you talking about?
No, I'm serious.
You excited? I did. I just come up with stuff and it just hit me and I do it. Hey, lie. Yes. I love girly moment. I'm expressing it everywhere I can. Forever and ever and ever.
He really got I love you on our cabin.
It's about you. Merry Christmas. What you talking about?
No, I'm serious.
You excited? I did. You love it, baby. We both win
You
gifts.
gotta get some good shit.
Number two, what they do.
Okay, the last number 2.
You right on my trail. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Go put
It
that.
better not be another prank.
Tootsie Roll. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Ooh, that Tootsie Roll to the left.
My ankle twisting it.
Oh yeah, nah. Get your ass
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
You did that.
Hot
though.
cocoa, this is cute.
Love you.
Got the steak on. We got the potatoes. Got the corn. Everything looks amazing, baby. Baby out here in his briefs.
About Lulu. I don't give a fuck. Hardcore.
You cooking the medium? How you cooking it?
Medium well.
You can cook mine's medium.
Say less.
But by December 27th, Tyrone was found under a bridge on Archer Road in Gainesville, Florida, with catastrophic head injuries. He would die in the hospital 2 days later. From this moment, the story splits into 2 irreconcilable versions. Version 1, the girlfriend's account. Lulu told family and police that they had argued in the car. She stated Tyrone asked to get out, and she pulled over and let him out. She said she then drove to a nearby Circle K to wait for him to cool off. When she saw emergency lights, she returned to find him being helped. She has called his death a tragic accident, outside of either of their control. Gainesville police, based on their initial investigation, have echoed this, calling the death tragic but not suspicious, suggesting Tyrone jumped from a moving vehicle. Version 2, the family's investigation. Tyrone's family, especially his Aunt Natasha and his father Tyrone Davis Jr., launched their own quest for answers. What they found directly contradicts the official narrative. It begins with the witnesses, a nurse and her husband who were first on the scene. They didn't see someone who had just jumped from a car. They found Tyrone disoriented, grunting, but with no obvious signs of a violent ejection, no major scrapes, tears, or a road rash on his body, just the devastating head wound. And the scene around him was bizarre. His wallet and phone were placed neatly beside him. Cash was fanned out on the pavement, not strewn about. A box of chicken wings sat unopened by his feet. Pizza was scattered. The nurse's husband, a former first responder, pointed out the illogical geography. They were traveling away from their hotel, back toward the pizza place they'd just left.
Why?
Then Lulu arrived. The witnesses were adamant. Her demeanor was cold, rehearsed. She wasn't hysterical. She was, in their words, there to get her story straight, repeating her account calmly to the responders. She showed no medical concern for the man she planned to marry. The aunt, Natasha, took this further. In emotional social media live streams, she dismantled the timeline. She revealed that Lulu's first story to Tyrone's mother was that he fell at a gas station and bumped his head. That then changed to the jumped from the car version.
With some of the rumors y'all hearing, Facebook Live posts, pictures, all of that. My family just got over our loved one, G-Boy, leaving here. And I do know it's 2025 ending out. So the death angel be raging. A lot of deaths come, a lot of tragedies, accidents, just people leaving for whatever reason that ain't going to make it over to the new year. But I want to say this first off. I'm on here right now. I decided to go live, even though my family is hurting. We messed all the way up with all the emotions that's going on with us, but I decided that it's only right for me to get on here because Tyrone Davis Jr. drove that nigga, Stepdaddy D.R.O, we call him T2. However, y'all know my nephew. So many people got love for my nephew. Not only is he a blogger, he's a YouTuber, he's a motivational speaker, he gonna encourage you, he a counselor, he is that dude. When I tell you he drive trucks for a living, he ain't out here doing wrong. If y'all watch his page, y'all know he take care of his kids. He's a family guy, he's a family young man, and he got street friends, and guess what? He look at everybody, guess what, at the same level, because his heart always been good. To the little people, the big people, whatever you think you is, it's been good. So the way I feel, y'all got a right to know about y'all family, because guess what, he is family to a lot of y'all out there. So for anybody in their right mind to say why is they asking what happened, they got to need to go and examine themselves, because you don't even know his accomplishment and his legacy and on who he is. He like a superstar in our eyes, and guess what, for the main reason they need to know what happened to T2. Just like we need to know what happened with T2. If y'all been on this page, you see he celebrated because he got a loving heart. And he loved Lulu, what it do till the grounds come home and the cows come home. And one thing I can say, he enjoyed her. He had celebrated with a good heart, gifts and loving and just doing things out the ordinary, unusual things to make her happy. Now I'm going to tell y'all this. For one, he was in that cabin all week till Saturday. So this is what we got. We only can tell you what we got. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to let us know what y'all think. Okay, he was in a cabin on Saturday about 4, 5 o'clock that afternoon. The Lulu chick said that guess what? She was riding in the car with him. They got into a disagreement and he told her to let him out. Now one, don't get me wrong. I know she probably loved my nephew. I do know my nephew really loved her unconditionally. But let me tell y'all out here, whether she loved him, he loved her. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a real thin line. So for one, if he told you to let him out the car and your message was you pulled on the side of the road and let him out the car and you pulled off and left my nephew in Gainesville, somewhere you and him the only ones there, no family, no people, no nothing. You left my nephew and you said you drove up to a gas station 5 minutes to wait. Maybe he needed to cool off. Maybe he needed to get time to himself to walk up. You thought he was going to walk up to that gas station where you was waiting on him at for 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, you see ambulance, you see police, you see ambulance, you see police, and you know something ain't right. So you get in your car and get back there to the scene with my nephew getting in on a stretcher, getting in the back of an ambulance. You throw him out and left him for dead. And if you didn't, that's how we feel. And if we wrong, Lord, forgive us, but reveal the truth. Not only that, your story changed, because guess what? You called the Mama Renee, and when you called the Mama Renee, you gonna tell Renee, oh, he fell at the gas station and bumped his head. How he fell at the gas station and bumped his head when you claimed to put him out of car. Okay, now the story changed again. This on Sunday morning, Renee drive up to Gainesville. The Davis family don't even know my nephew in the hospital. I gotta call it like it is. My Davis family don't even know that she got the call and call it like it is. Granny, Renee, I got love for you. You done lost 2 sons, and it's your last living son that just got his life taken. But she called you. You said you wasn't gonna call us because you wanted to get up there and see what happened once you got there. So you called my Charlotte and gave us the first story. The girlfriend told you he fell and bumped his head. That's what you said. So when Charlotte got the call, she calling us in the Davis family to say, we got to take a drive and see what went on with my nephew. Guess what? I wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. Lulu was there. And at the end of the day, nobody knows but God. And it's going to come forward. Not only that, the next story change. Again, come on, Natalie, come join with me. Take that jacket off. Come join me. Not only that, the Davis family got there. They said he brain dead, trauma to the skull, the back of the skull, his blunt force trauma to his head. Something had to happen. It didn't happen falling out no car. It did not happen falling down no stairs. It did not happen the way they kind of make these different stories. And I ain't gonna say they is Lou. So not only that, you let him out, and at the end of the day, pulled off. You left him for dead. Why would you leave him? How did he end up at the hospital? And let me grant it, y'all. They found my nephew's body under a bridge on Archer Road, on the side of the road. They found my nephew under a bridge and said a car pulled up and he stepped out of the car and staggered and fell to the ground. How in the hell that you left my nephew and then found him under a bridge when ain't nobody under the bridge? Lord God, you guilty for that alone. It's not coincidence. Let me tell you something. If it walked like a duck, it talked like a duck, call Affleck. It's a goddamn duck. My cousin G-Boy said if a duck could pull a trunk, hook him up. Some foul play done happened to my nephew. We mourning, we grieving, we angry. He love on everybody. We love all people. You don't do people like that. And then for the ones say what happened to him, y'all need to know what happened to him. Some of y'all more family than his own goddamn family. We all are going through our own motion. I'm finna get out of this phone because I'm getting emotional and I'm under a roller coaster. But I want y'all to know his whole skull was fractured. Fractured to the front, fractured to the back. So if you hit him in the back of the head, whatever rumor, whatever lifetime mystery, puzzle, whether it was an accident, then you say he stumbled out the car. Then you say he jumped out of the car. You was going 25 miles. Then you say he tripped on the feet as he was getting out. Accidents happen. But quit lying, Lulu. Tell us what happened to my nephew. If y'all was arguing and it started at the cabin, like you say, and however he ended up on the bridge, we need to freaking know. We need to know what's going on. It's not right. It's not right. We got a right to be angry. My brother Tyrone Davis got a right to be pissed off and angry by his goddamn son. This is a senseless death. Yeah, God know he was going to check out. But guess what? At the end of the day, decisions had to be made. He loved you, girl. And at the end of the day, if you're taking a side and you're blaming, you just as guilty as it can be. You just as guilty as her. Because if you can't see it, Ray Charles can see it. If you ain't got nothing to conscience, tell the truth. What happened? God gonna reveal the truth. Them detectives gonna build the truth. My family don't even wish no hate on you for death. But I'm gonna tell you, your ass gonna pay for what happened to my nephew. And whatever the truth is, it is gonna come out. It don't make no sense. Now let's tell them what they told y'all. Woo! Woo! Sister, you got it out. You got it out.
It's different stories that have been told, man. We don't want to hear we don't want the phone call. She might talk after, but I don't want to do it right now. The story ain't adding up, and we just want the story to add up. We need 2 + 2 to equal 4. I can't say what happened. I wasn't there. My family can't say what happened because we were not there. But what I am gonna say is he was left on the side of the road in the city that he ain't from, with no phone, no ID, no gun, no nothing. I was told that he was let out of, I was told that the car was brought to a complete stop and he was let out. Then I was told the car may have been going 25 miles an hour when he was let out. 25 miles an hour, you can't do 25 in the school zone, but you stopped and let him out at 25 miles an hour. The math ain't mathing. I just say 2 + 2 need to equal 4. Whatever happened, even if you didn't do something to him, you responsible because we left him in your hands. You was with him. He loved you with everything in him. So to leave him in a city that he ain't from, on the side of a road, for him to be found and taken to the hospital under John Doe, because you weren't there. They caught him in the hospital under John Doe. We saw the hospital records. They say a couple on the side of the road stopped and the wife happened to be a nurse. Thank God for those people because they tried to save my cousin. They gave my cousin CPR and they tried to save my cousin, but you weren't there. At the end of the day, no matter what happened, you should have been there. Whether you did it, whether you didn't do it, whether it was an accident, whether it was on purpose, you should have been there. You should have been able to give us an accurate account of what happened, and you can't. The only people we knew in Jacksonville was you and him. And you couldn't give us in Gainesville, and you couldn't give us an account of what happened. So right now, we going for what we know. You saying everybody wrong for judging, everybody wrong for feeling some type of way. If something happened to the man I love, If I don't call nobody else, if I don't get in touch with nobody else, his family gonna hear from me before anybody. The hospital called his mama. You told me that. You didn't call his mama. You didn't call his daddy. You didn't call his grandma. You didn't call his auntie. Bitch, you sat at the hospital for 24 motherfucking hours with them people not talking to you. You told me out your mouth them people wouldn't tell you nothing. So you sat there for an hour, for a day, and ain't let them people tell you nothing? And ain't called nobody who could have got the answers that were needed? You sat there for 24 hours. This happened on Saturday. On Sunday, the hospital called his mama. Not you, the hospital.
I'm gonna give it back to you. And let me back it up, y'all. Even in the midst of Renee going up there, and they make it to the hospital. This on Sunday now. The accident or whatever happened on Saturday at 5 o'clock. So now Renee find out Sunday morning she go to Gainesville. Marshala got the call, tell the family. They went in 6 carloads deep to Gainesville. Even in Gainesville at the hospital, she said she had to leave to go back to the cabin to get their belongings. So she left the hospital with the mama there before Davis could get up there and went back to the cabin to apparently get their stuff. My sister called the cabin man who rented it out. And what he said was he heard about an incident that happened in the cabin. Come on out here, I'll tell you about it. I don't want to talk on the phone, and I'll talk to the police too. They went and did their own investigations at the cabin, and the man said he got a call from one of the other neighbors at the cabin because there's no video about an argument they heard and got so heated, and they said the young lady seemed to be the aggressor. They walked around to the cabin to see what was going on, and they only found by the time they got there it calmed down. They never saw Dro in sight, they never saw T2 in sight, but they saw her with that boot on her leg, because you got a broke ankle, that boot on your leg, dragging them belongings from the cabin to the car, from the cabin to the car. My nephew love you so much you don't even drive, Lulu. You don't even drive. He said, get on the back seat. I pick you up. I told you, you don't drive. You get on the back seat and lay down so your ankle that was broken can stay healed. That's how he take you, carry you like a princess. Okay. The man told my sister she never came back to this cabin. I rented it out on Saturday. The moment they left, somebody else checked in. She never came back and got their belongings because she already had their belongings. Let me tell you, it ain't making no sense. My nephew's skull was fractured so bad. They say the trauma that hit him, that blunt force, broke his skull and caused pieces to go to the front of his temple on both sides. On both sides. Sound like a Hennessy bottle to me, or it sound like something with trauma force that can do your head like that in the back of your head. His back and his head. So let me tell you something. I don't know, and I don't care who don't like my live or who got something to say about Tasha why you did that, because I needed to do that. At the end of the day, nobody ain't in her shoes. We getting attacked back to back. Yes, it is God will. Yes, it's already written. God know how he was gonna check out before he left here. But guess what? Somebody need to be held accountable for your actions. At the end.
The family confirmed with the cabin owner that Lulu never returned for belongings, suggesting she already had them, contradicting her reason for leaving the hospital. They highlighted Lulu's past, a Miami police report allegedly filed by Tyrone against her for domestic violence. Friends came forward, stating a professional truck driver like Tyrone would know the lethal folly of jumping from a moving vehicle. Tyrone's father added a layer of solemn authority. In a raw video, he played the audio of the medical examiner stating the cause and manner of death were pending, awaiting more information, which could include law enforcement findings. He confirmed he was not notified by Lulu, but by the hospital, nearly 24 hours later. His plea was not for vengeance, but for truth. All I really want is answers to what belongs to me.
How y'all doing? Um, I'm the father of Tyrone Davis Jr. My name Tyrone Davis Sr. I'm seeking justice for my son. I'm not coming on here to provoke no violence. I'm not coming on here to ask for no handouts. All I want is just answers to what happened to my son. The only reason I'm coming on here just to set the record straight, because there's a lot of stuff that's being put out, which I don't have no problem with. But when it comes to playing on my name, my family's name, and I feel like this is something that had to be addressed. Waiting for some more people to come on the line. I was there on 12/29, December 29, 25, when my son was pronounced dead. There's only two ways you can be pronounced dead in the state of Florida. That's if your heart stopped or if you failed the brain scan test. A brain scan test was performed. Me, my mother, and my sister was in the room at the time. They pronounced him dead, and I will let you hear that. And it was asked, they told us that they were going to keep him on the breathing machine until the rest of the family comes to visit. Mom wasn't there, no one was there. It was just me and my family when he passed. I'm finna let y'all hear from the medical examiners. I'm not finna keep releasing everything that I have, but I did the homework. We went to Gainesville, we did everything we had to do. That's the reason that the ball is rolling. I was notified of my son's death almost 24 hours later. Not by mom, not by girlfriend. Like I said, I'm not on here to provoke no violence, but I want the world to know that we're seeking justice for D.R.O. We're not grieving for rewards. I'm finna play this here so you can hear from your...
So the autopsy is complete. The cause and manner is still pending at this time. Typically when it is pending, it's usually because we are awaiting additional information. To give you an estimate, it can take anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks for it to be unpended after all the information has been received. Okay, so meaning that the report is done? No, the report is not done yet because the cause and manner of death is still pending. We are awaiting additional information at this time. Cause, what does that mean? Cause of manner of death? So, yes, what will be listed on the death certificate as the cause of death, that is pending. So that means we're awaiting additional information. So the autopsy report is not complete. The autopsy is complete. That is the examination that we performed. That has been completed, and which is why he was able to be transported out of our care and into the funeral home. But our report with the cause and manner of death is not complete because we are awaiting additional information. And can you verify the death date for me? You said 12/29/2025. Yes, and that's what you have on your report for the death certificate, right? Correct. Okay, and question, is it pending because of the investigation that's going on? No, we're just awaiting additional information. I do not have specifics, but that could be lab results, medical records, information, from law enforcement if law enforcement was involved. I don't get specifics, unfortunately, but typically all of that plays a role in us getting a determined cause and manner of death. Okay, is there any way we can get this expedited due to the severity of the case, or is it Unfortunately, we are unable to expedite anything, especially if labs are involved. That is, we don't have an in-house lab, so that would be separate from us. and it is machines that conducts those labs, so we would be unable to expedite that, unfortunately.
Okay, no, not expedite. You can take your time.
Okay, so like I said, to set the record straight, that's my son. That's the hardest thing I ever dealt with in my life. You know, I'm not here to promote no violence. I did the homework. You know, everything that's going on with this case, I did the homework. You know, I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm not finna sit here and keep on repeating myself to prove to nothing in the world. All I'm asking for is answers to what belongs to me. And that's answers to what happened to Dro. Ain't no way my son go from I love you, baby, you my everything, to laid out in a bridge, under a bridge in the middle of the road with no answers. I wasn't contacted. Once again, everything that you see is going on, I respect the genocide. I have been reaching out to them. The platform that we had for us, the candlelight visual, we did that. The songs, we did that. I'm not trying to make it a this or that situation. I'm just hoping that I can get some answers to what happened to what belongs to me. I can't stop social media, you know, from the clickbaits and putting whatever they put out, you know, for views. This is not about no click or no like. This is my son, a real human being. I'm a grieving father. I'm not a social media person. But when it comes to the business part, trust me, it's been done. It's been taken care of. It's not about no T-shirts. It's not about all the other stuff you hear. And I'm not going to go on because it's an investigation. But when I say I have audio, video, I have reports. I went to the cabin. I'm the one, me and my team got the ball rolling. It would have been written off as an accident if we wouldn't have went 6 cars deep to Gainesville, Florida. There's a lot of things I can't discuss at this time, but stay tuned because it will be televised. Like I said, all I'm asking for y'all is just if you know some, you see some, you know, share it. If you can't contact my family, contact Gainesville Police Department. You know, like I said, we ain't ask for nothing. We ain't ask for nothing but answers. You know, and for us, the business part of it, my son had a policy. So if you hear any GoFundMe's, he's not no GoFundMe dude if you know Dro. He ain't no GoFundMe dude. We ain't asking for none of that. So if you hear anything about help or we need to pay bills and all that, I'm gonna leave that right there. You know? And like we do everything else, I don't understand why the cards that I was dealt didn't have no faces on them. But, you know, when you covered in the blood of Jesus, you know, nature gonna nature itself. And once again, I'm signing off from this here live stuff because it's not me. But I want the world to know I was there when my son passed away. You heard it from the medical examiner. All this December 30th, that was the time frame that they left him on the machine after they gave him a time of death. And you heard it. You can rewind the live after you finish it. You know, the time of death was the 29th. They kept him on the machine all the way up until the 30th. When the 30th came, you know, the rest of the family made it back up there or whatever. And however that happened for them to pronounce and say the 30th, that's on them. But you heard it from the facts from the examiner, not from me. I'm a grieving father right now. And I stand behind, you know what I'm saying, any voice, not only Tasha, any voice that's promoting justice for my son. It's the hardest shit I ever went through in my life. Excuse my language, but I'm hurting. You know, I have to walk in the spirit right now. Cause the flesh ain't able to deal with what's going on. You know, and I'm gonna ask everybody for y'all prayers. That's all we want. You know, if you got any information, you know, share it. You ain't got any, share it to me. You know, I ain't promoting no violence towards Jennings or nobody. All I want is answers. And like I said, I'm a quote, unquote. Me, my mama, and my sister was in that room, and you just heard it from the medical examiner at time of death. How you getting the date of the 30th is because they gave the family time to get there, to see him. Time of taking the ventilator off, it rolled into the 30th. For as anything else, I'm not coming back on here due to the investigation, but you will find out. exactly, you know what I'm saying, the things and the processes as the investigation goes on. I don't have no bad feelings or hard feelings, cold feelings towards nobody, you know, because I'm just seeking justice. Everything I'm pushing to the death of me is going to be justice for Dro. Either you're with us or you're against us. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I'm running off Psalms 91 and Psalms 23. If you know me, you know me. My family, when it comes down to, you know, what we believe in, we will go the extra mile. And we've been going the extra mile. We went to Gainesville 6 cars deep. We did what we had to do. We went to the cabins and so on and so on. I'm just not going to get into so much details. But trust me, just like I proved this message from the medical examiner, everything else will come out in due time. I want to thank all y'all, you know, for sharing all the love that came out to the candlelight. You know, we got other things going on, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. We owe him that, you know. And that's all I got to say. Justice for Dro. That was my son, just as well as their son. He the world's son. All y'all love and support from all over the world, that mean the world to me. And that's my motivation, that's my will, that's my drive to keep on pushing for justice for Dro. And once again, quote unquote, it's not no charity case. It's not grieving for rewards. You know, we ain't asking for no handouts. We ain't asking for no help. We want answers and prayers. And if you can't respect that, then you can't be human. Because at the end of the day, as a parent, put yourself in our shoes. I want answers. That's all I got to say.
He listened in a room as a medical examiner officially pronounced his son dead on December 29th, a death certificate pending more information. The official cause and manner of death? Still pending, awaiting lab results, medical records, and information from law enforcement. So we're left with two starkly different pictures. One, a sudden, impulsive accident during a couple's argument. Two, a staged scene, a history of conflict, shifting stories, and a chillingly composed performance at the scene of a loved one's mortal injury. The police see a lack of evidence to prove a crime. The family sees a mountain of evidence that disproves the accident theory. The autopsy results are pending. The only constants are the profound grief of a family and the haunting question that you, the viewer, have to grapple with. Which narrative holds up under the weight of the details? Which one explains the fanned-out cash, the untouched wings, the illogical drive, and the cold arrival at the scene? This is where you come in, True Crime Unraveled family. We read every single comment on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Your eyes and your minds are crucial. Does the official story fit the facts as witnessed? Or does the family's relentless pursuit point to a truth yet to be acknowledged? Share your thoughts below. Engage with this story. Sometimes, public attention is the fuel that keeps an investigation moving. For Tyrone, for his children, and for a family desperate for closure, the search for answers continues. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss an update on this case and others where the story is still being written.